Hello, world. It's John Pinto, your roving realtor, bon vivant, here with Bob Johnson from HomeGuard Home Warranty. Hello, Bob.
Hello there. How are you, John?
Good. And Rafael Batances from HomeGuard Incorporated, providing termite inspections, home inspections, roof inspections, and national hazard disclosure reports. Did I get everything covered there, Rafael?
That's correct, John. That is correct. Hey, everyone.
Okay, good, good. So what we're going to talk about here is standard coverage compared to optional coverage. And let me throw this out to you, Bob. I always, when I call HomeGuard, when I call the 800 number, I tell them I want the Mac Daddy coverage.
Mhm.
You know, the Mac Daddy coverage?
Yes.
Because it's my findings that you pay like an extra 150 bucks or something. It's ridiculously inexpensive. And the difference between basic coverage and standard coverage is black and white. And I constantly float between myself, my clients, my wife, who's handling all my back end work on the office side of the real estate. I'm going over what did I miss in terms of optional coverage. We got an air conditioner, we've got a refrigerator, we've got a washer, we've got a dryer, we've got a spa, we've got a pool, because you certainly are going to feel like a fool as a real estate broker if you get a MacDaddy warranty and then forget to include something that blows up after close of escrow. So I will turn it over to you, Bob.
Well, and you're right. It's something that is definitely needed to be paid attention to. It happens all the time. I can't tell you how many times during a month where I will get a phone call and, well, I thought I ordered that, and they were referring to an optional coverage, thinking that it was a standard.
Hmm.
And just to be brief, in case we have some first timers listening to our video, standard coverage in the home warranty industry, and it really doesn't matter what company you're looking at, it gets involved with covering your systems and your built-in basic appliances. And so that means your electrical system, plumbing system, heating system, and gets into appliances such as dishwashers and stoves and microwaves. Um, Water heaters are considered standard. You'll find there's some other list things that are pretty standard to every home. But then you get into optional coverages, and like John just talked about, getting upgraded plans or getting an option for an air conditioner, because maybe you're listening and you live in San Francisco or San Diego where you're on the coast and nobody has air conditioning. Well, then there's no reason for you to want that kind of coverage.
We'd never hit
And
100 degrees in San Francisco, right, Bob?
there you go.
Except a couple of
So
weeks ago.
a couple of weeks ago, that's right. And they were wishing they had it. It had air conditioning, because none of them do. They're just opening their windows and getting a fan from Home Depot. But you're going to have situational depending on the topography that you're in California. And so that's why warranty companies will have your standard policies, then they'll have their upgraded policies that will include things like air conditioning and include things like additional modification coverage. Because if you have, quick example, an old heater or you've got an old air conditioner, it's still functioning properly. So therefore, at the time you move in, if everything's working fine, it's a covered system. But if it's old, chances are the building codes have changed, and what the technician has to do to replace that unit has changed. And those are called modifications. And so when they come in and have to modify the, I'm going to say, duct system or the sheet metal work that's on a heater, because they don't make that.
The asbestos plenum.
Plenum. There you
Yes.
go.
Yes.
They're going to have to adjust that and make modifications to that so they can put in the new system. And warranty companies and their upgraded plans will have those types of coverages. But then you'll get into options, and it can get very unique to people that have outside kitchens where they're going to do barbecues. to, I've written one where they called up and they needed the pump covered for a koi pond that this one house had. So because of our filing with the Department of Insurance, we had the ability to be able to cover that pump because it was very similar to a pool type of pump. So you have options that could be as far as just a lot of pools in the state. You'll have pool coverage. You get into your country areas, you got well pumps or septic systems. These type of items are very, very common with warranty companies. But then you might get unique where it's a koi pond, or there's one company out there that if you're in a fire area, a heavily forest area, they just came out with a feature that if the public utility company has to do an emergency power shutoff, safety shutoff, that there's coverage for a generator that you might need to go buy, a gas generator, so you can keep your refrigerator so you don't lose all your food. So optional coverage can get very unique. So don't just stick to one company when you have a unique situation. I will be honest, this was with a prior warranty company that was sold to another, so they're no longer around. But I will tell you, when I worked for them, I had an agent call me and ask me about coverage for something that was very unique. We didn't have that ability, but I did know of another warranty company that did have that ability to cover that. And I referred them over to that warranty company because whether it's the broker, whether it's a warranty sales rep, if they're worth their salt, they're going to try to do the best for their client. And as they say, good karma always comes back.
Very good. So let's,
And Bob,
yeah, go ahead, Rafael.
sorry, John. From a first home buyer perspective, which coverage would you say is the most purchased one, or the most adequate for, you know, first home buyers?
First home buyers usually are the top plan of a warranty company because it covers the most. It'll take care of that first time home buyer, and usually they're putting in every dollar they've got, and they really don't have the extra money to be covering these extra expenses. And there's a lot of nuances. So that's a great question.
So let's wrap up with a couple of takeaways. First of all, max out on your home warranty coverage. Some solutions here. First of all, if I remember correctly, HomeGuard Home Warranty has designated concierge for their home warranties, don't they?
We do. That's an extra service where when they do a home warranty through us, every warranty company will send policy information to the buyer, but our concierge service, we actually call each new home buyer and try to talk to them directly. If we don't get a hold of them, we'll leave a message and they'll be given information to call back to ask any questions they have regarding their warranty, how to place the claim, because we want to make sure that that buyer understands the value they have.
Right, and the concierge is proactive because they're not waiting for a claim. They're calling the client just to let them know about the coverage, correct?
Right, and I appreciate the question because we might ask the additional questions when we're taking the order, and that is, do you have buyer's contact information? There are times when the person placing the order doesn't. And if we don't have a way to do that, we will reach out to the agent and ask if they have a phone number or email so we can follow through on our concierge program.
Very good, very good. So everything you need to know about coverage on home warranty. Again, the takeaway as far as I'm concerned is the realtor, the sellers, the buyer, the co-op agent, they really need to figure out who is the home warranty that they're going to use, vet them with the insurance commissioner, understand the coverage, and have a very thorough conversation on upgraded coverage and optional coverage. Would you say that's about right, Bob?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Very good. So with that one, we will wrap up and bid you all adieu until our next video. Goodbye for now.